Welcome to Yoga Poses, the foundations of yoga asana with Yoga with Andrea today, and in this tutorial we're going to be practicing tree pose or Vrksasana. So this is one of the first standing balances that is taught to beginners because it is one of the simplest, although there is a lot going on here. Important that you keep your sense of humour about learning to stand on one leg, and it is a lot harder than it looks at first, and you need to accept that your balance will be different every day. Please don't get frustrated if you wobble or even if you fall over at first. Sometimes it can be useful to start with some seated hip openers to prepare you. But the benefits of tree pose are vast as they are long. Tree pose strengthens your legs and core while opening your hips and stretching your inner thighs and groin muscles. One of yoga's hugest benefits is that it helps you to build better balance, which helps many numbers of other physical activities. It is often touted by professional athletes as the yoga advantage, and good balance and strong core will go a long way in helping you to stay active and healthy. So as we do in many standing poses, we're going to come into this posture from Tadasana or mountain pose with your hands in Anjali Mudra at your heart center. Take a moment to feel both your feet root into the floor with your weight distributed equally on all four corners of each foot. Slowly begin to shift your weight into your left foot, lifting your right foot off the floor. Keep your left leg straight, but without locking the knee. Bend your right knee and begin to walk the sole of your right foot up the length of the leg into the side of your shin or onto your inner thigh. Press your foot against your thigh or shin and your thigh or shin back into your foot with equal but gentle pressure. This will help you to keep both hips squared towards the front so that your left hip doesn't jut out. Focus your gaze, otherwise known as drishti, on something that doesn't move, so a non-moving object to help you to keep your balance. We rely quite a lot on our eyes to keep our balance, so it's a good thing to practice focusing your gaze on that non-moving object. From this position, take 5 to 10 breaths, and then you can lower your left foot to the floor, repeating on the other side. For a little bit more of a challenge, you can interlace the fingertips above the head, lengthening through the sides of the body, while drawing the shoulders down, the length of the spine down the waist, squeezing those shoulder blades behind you towards one another. To make sure that you're getting the most out of Vrksasana and not compromising your joints, it's really important that the pressure of your lifted foot on your standing leg doesn't cause that side's hip to jut or stick out. The hips should remain as square to the front of the mat as possible, just as if you still have both feet on the floor in mountain pose. Be careful to avoid placing the right foot directly at the side of the knee because that can put your knee joint in a very vulnerable position. Make sure that your right knee doesn't creep forwards towards the center line. Keep it pointing towards the right. While tree pose may be considered to be quite simple, as you have probably experienced, there's quite a lot going on. So make sure to listen to your body and modify the posture as needed. Then once you've mastered it, you can make some changes for more of a challenge. You can use the wall for balance if necessary, if the balance is a little bit off, leaning against the wall so that your right knee comes into contact with the wall when it's in its lifted position. Lifting your arms up towards the ceiling certainly makes this more of a challenge, bringing the palms to touch or keeping your hands separated. Making a V shape with the arms as if the arms are open as branches is another option. For a real superstar challenge, try closing the eyes and see if you can stay balanced. But be prepared to fall out and have to come back up. If you do suffer with balance problems, use caution with this pose, doing it near a wall where you have some moral support as needed. And this pose is one to skip, perhaps, if you have a knee or hip injury. Again, as ever, if you are in any doubt at all, speak with your medical or health professional for further advice before practicing. Thank you so much for practicing tree pose Vrksasana with me today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye for now. Namaste.